The biggest misunderstanding that people have about vision loss is that your life is over. Your life is not over when you lose your vision. You have to be given the tools and really the hope to figure out a different way of doing things. Vision loss is a lot more common than you might think. It can happen to yourself, it can happen to a loved one, it can happen to a friend. It's devastating to have a diagnosis of vision loss. You know, you see me here today, 27 years after I was diagnosed, but the first 6 months were not pretty. I cried every single day. The thought of, going into the kitchen to get something to drink was terrifying. And, that's no way to live. When something like that happens, it's devastating. And, you need support for that. So when I lost my sight, fortunately at the time, those doctors knew about the Lighthouse. I had to then mourn one way of life and learn how to live another, and that's how the Lighthouse helped me.
The Lighthouse is, in essence, a support group for individuals in my position with visual loss, and they had geared me towards how to do things that I was not able to accomplish properly because of my vision.
There's not a lot of support until you find the Lighthouse, and then you have tremendous support. You also get to see that you are not the only person who's going through something like this. You need group therapy, or counseling. You need to start to learn how to do things again without eyes or with less vision than you had before. The Lighthouse fills the void where their healthcare system stops. We teach them how to use their phone, their computers with adaptive technology so they can get on FaceTime, so they can do Zoom calls, so they can communicate, so they can use different apps. So we have an incredible employee. Her name is Judy Boylan, and she's worked here for a very long time. And she created our employment services program. She helps people find the job. She places people in jobs. She has created a lot of relationships with local companies here in Sarasota area and really holds their hand all the way through until you have a job.
Judy Boylan helps people to learn how to do resumes, to learn how to do interviews. Lighthouse helped me find the job that I have now. I work from home in their call center. If somebody calls ABC company, and I'm the person that works for that campaign, I'm the one that answers the phone. So it gives me a job to do. It brings in income, which is tremendous, and it makes me feel productive in society, where I'm able to do something, I'm able to receive income, and just be a normal person.
Private donors and sponsors are so important to the Lighthouse because there are more than 50,000 people in our service area. So we find that troublesome sometimes to be able to get to all our current clients when we know that there are so many more clients in our service area that need our assistance. One of the biggest inhibitors of our ability to serve more people is twofold. These are very specialized jobs. People have to have real empathy and wanting to serve and wanting to teach people who have vision loss how to get their life back. And also, if you want to be an orientation mobility instructor, it's a master's degree. And we take that extremely seriously. We don't hire just anybody. And so we're always looking for, qualified instructors. And of course, all of that takes money, and we are, an impact and non-for-profit organization. So this is what we're here for. We're here to give people that hope and the tools that they need. And for that, we need funding so that we can hire more qualified instructors. We really help people, see, no pun intended, see that there's a light at the end of the tunnel, that they're not just gonna live in this darkness and despair, because that's what happens. Because for me, I was like, I'm damaged goods. What am I gonna do? But then when I learned how to do all the things I do, computers, the adaptive technology, being able to get around independently, then I knew that I was a person, a whole person, who just didn't see very well.
What I've learned from Lighthouse has tremendously helped me, and they have made a big difference in my life these days.
So the Lighthouse fills that void that exists by giving people who have had vision loss, really, I mean, we give them hope, but we also give them the tools that they need to be able to be contributing members of society and go back and live a full and rich life.